Milestones of the Century.
In 1792, George Washington laid the cornerstone of a mansion that was to be the residence of all future presidents. At that time, it was called the President's Palace. In 1800, John Adams became the first president to occupy the only federal building in Washington, D.C. During the War of 1812, James Madison hurriedly departed the seat of American government as attacking British troops burned the new mansion. Reconstructed in 1817, it was President James Monroe who had the new building painted white for the first time. Symbolic of America's growth, in 1845, the distinctive north and south porticos were added to the rapidly expanding requirements of the president. In 1881, when President James Garfield entered the official residence, Washington had by that time grown from a mud flat into a vast hub of activity of a nation that stretched 3,000 miles from the Atlantic to the Pacific. No other building has been the focal point of the growth and development of America. Within these walls, men have ruled the destinies of our nation and influenced the history of the world. The presidential seal of bronze and marble stands fixed as the symbol of authority over the entrance to the Blue Room, where diplomats of all nations present their credentials. The magnificent room was designed for President Van Buren in 1837, and its elegant simplicity has never been changed. The portrait of George Washington hangs in the East Room. There is a romantic story about this portrait. Dolly Madison saved the canvas from burning during the White House fire in 1814. The Green Room, with walls and draperies of green silk damask, is used by the president for smaller informal receptions. The large presidential seal adorns the center of the rug. The dramatic splendor of the Red Room is used by guests of the First Lady. Woodrow Wilson's portrait graces the Red Room. By these stairs, men of history in war and peace have walked to the president's study. George Washington was the only president who never used this office. The White House is an American heritage, for it is a monument to a people's pride and faith in a new nation. In its simple magnificence, it is the symbol of democracy, for it belongs to no one man, but to all the people of the United States. The White House is a tribute to our presidents who shaped so many milestones of the century.